Hi everyone, this is Vikas here. Some technical issue I've done in previous videos, so I'll only solve two questions in the previous videos. Let moves continue with the same questions, same videos. So moves without wasting time, let's move to the question sevens. So I'm already said that we have to evaluate domain. So जब भी बोला था जब भी डोमेन निकालना हो try to solve the simpler one. और क्या बोला था cos inverse x. जब भी cos इनवर्स के अंदर जो भी मिल जाए उसको -1 से 1 के बीच में रखो सो दिस क्वांटिटी शुड बी -1 to 1 फर्दर जाएंगे तो sin इनवर्स ऑफ x सो दिस क्वांटिटी sin इनवर्स ऑफ x this quantity should also lies between 1 to -1 so here what we have to evaluate this quantity should be 4x square minus 1 between 1 to -1 सिंपलर वन यही है सबसे छोटा ये पहले फिर उसके बाद ये सॉल्व करेंगे that this whole quantity should be this बड़ा वाला quantity cos inverse of this should be -1 to 1 so try to solve the simpler one so that you can contradict so that you can choose the option clearly most of the questions JEE said that on the basis of you just solve the simpler one you got the answer most of the time JEE said the pattern same way that you if you solve the shorter domain shorter function you'll get the required answer so try to solve the simpler one so the simpler one is here so now when you solve this, this is very simple one. I'm not going to solve this. When you solve this, you got x belongs to, this is just inequality. I hope you all know how to solve this 1 by root 2. This is closed to infinity. So this, so you got, now look to the options. When you solve this, now look to the option without wasting time. You have to 1 by root 2. So the only option you miss is option D. None of the other option you can go because if you go other option, so you have to take the intersection. So intersection should be in this and this is the smallest interval in all four options. Look, in all four options you have the smallest interval. Look, this is also contain, this is also big, big, big. So this is the smallest interval. So without wasting time, just mark it and move to the next question. So let's move to the next questions. Questions 9. Questions 9. What question 9 says that you have a given function. This is very also nice questions. You have a given function from R to R defined on f of x is equal to this and this and g of x is this. Then the f of g is what? This is the composition of function. So you have to describe the composition of function. So for composition of function f of g, this defined from where? R minus -1 to 1 to R. I hope that you all know when you define composition of function, then from where domain, where what is the codomains. Okay, I'm not going to explain that. I'm just trying to simplify the problem so that you can easily solve. So now just f of gx, f of gx you have to conclude. So f of x is this. So instead of x, just write g of x. So what we have g of x? G of x is what? X square of x square minus 1. Minus 1. When we solve, we got 1 upon x square minus 1. And we know that f of gx, what is this? This is an even function. Even function. So जब भी पता जब भी इवन फंक्शन हो 1 1 तो नॉट पॉसिबल सो जो भी 1 1 ऑप्शन में है वो तो गया देखो 1 1 बोला ऑप्शन ये गया यहाँ 1 1 नहीं बोला है तो ये में भी हो सकता है बोथ 1 1 ये भी गया neither 1 1 on 2 so दो ऑप्शन तो यहीं से कट गए now we have to choose the either one of them so either one of them is true so now let's solve either one of them is true so look how to go for onto just onto is very quite easy you can go assume you have to find the assume y is equal to 1 by x square minus 1 now write in terms of y so x square minus 1 is equal to 1 by y so x square is equal to 1 by y plus 1 okay so from here you get 1 plus y upon y is equal to x square okay so from here what you conclude now from here you got this so you have a range you have a codomain You have a codomain R. Look here. You have a codomain R. Look here. You have a codomain. I'm marking with circle. Here you have a codomain R. Look here. You can define for x if x square is always positive and you have given this 1 plus y. So you can't find image, you can't find pre-image of zeros. Okay, look clearly. You have a domain, you have a codomain. So this y indicating from here, you pick an y from here codomain such that you get an image of in domain. So you can't find image of y, image of 0, sorry, pre-image of 0. So here you can't find pre-image of 0. So only the option contradict. So this is not onto, this is into. Let me explain one more time. Here you have given x square. Let me clear first. Let me write clearly. You find what x square is equal to 1 upon y upon 1. Look, this quantity is always positive. 1 plus y, y. This is always positive, not equal to 0. Why? Because y is in denominator. So your codomain is, here codomain is R. And you can't find 0, image of pre-image of 0 in domain. So this is not onto, na? So not onto. Not onto means into function. Okay. So clearly 1 1 and into. So which one of the clear? So 1 1 not 1 1 not 1 1 onto galat, neither 1 nor onto. Option D is correct. Okay. Let's move to the next questions. Last questions of the functions. This is very interesting question. So try to understand clearly. Try to find the logic behind this. So solving these questions. This is of 4 marks. I think so. This is of 4 marks. You have a given function this. Okay. 2x is equal to this. And satisfying the function this. X belongs to f. Then this maybe help in other questions also. So I'm explaining this briefly. So try to understand. How can you evaluate function if this type of function is given? If this type of condition is given, that function satisfies. So how can you calculate if you have given conditions that function satisfies? So how can you calculate functions? And you have given function here also. So let's move to the question. So are you able to evaluate this? So let's try to first evaluate what is our function. So let's, जब भी ये इक्वेशन दिया हो f of x plus y, f of x plus f of y minus xy. Okay, try to find the value of f0. Okay, so f0 की वैल्यू कैसे निकलेगी? जब x को 0 निकालेंगे और y को 0 रखेंगे. f0 मैंने रखा तो यहां से क्या आ गया? f0 का वैल्यू 0 आ गया. So look, if we substitute 0 here in this functions, you have given another function, that same function. So you got the value of k0. So this is useless thing you have given. You have already given. So पहला part तो हम लोगों ने solve कर लिया. Now we have to find the this. So now we have given f of x plus y is equal to f of x plus f of y. Okay, minus x of y. जब भी ऐसा दिया हो आप क्या करना, इसको डेरिवेटिव करना विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू x. इसको डेरिवेटिव with respect to x, treating y as constant. Treating y as constant. Okay. Y को treat करेंगे as a constant. So now, so when you treat f of x plus y, when you do f dash of y, f dash of x, sorry, f dash of x, f dash of x, and this is a function of y, and we're treating as y as constant. So this is 0, and this is x, y, sorry. Now, you got what? F dash x plus y. इसको left hand side लेके आते हैं, and we can take this y inside. So what you get? Minus 1. If we take limit y tending to 0 both side, so this is constant, this is non-affected. When you take limit y tending to 0, this is independent of y, so right hand side doesn't affect anything. So now this, look, this is you calculating. We know the formula of derivative. Derivative at point c कैसे निकालते हैं? f of x plus c minus f at c by x. h, limit h tending to 0. If you are finding at c, then f of x plus c minus f of c by h. Okay. Okay. X plus h minus f of x c by h. Derivative at x is equal to c. F of c plus h, not x. Okay. So what you observe that this is the function of derivative. Okay. So you have a function in terms of derivative, and look, this is y. So you tending y tending to 0, this is what? This is nothing but the derivative of x, double derivative of x, that is equal to minus 1. Now integrate. When you integrate f dash x, that would equal to minus x. When you again integrate, you got function. That function is my yeah constant भी आ जाएगा. Let assume that this constant is c dash x square by 2 plus c dash x और plus यहाँ d, और यहाँ d की वैल्यू क्या आ जाएगी 0, because f of 0 क्या है 0. So here in this imply d is equal to 0. So required function हमारा क्या आ गया, f of x is equal to minus x square by 2 plus c dash x, और एक फंक्शन जो हमारा दिया हुआ है वो क्या दिया हुआ है, that function is equal to c plus 1 x square by 2 plus 1 minus c square x, okay, plus 2k. This term is 0, we already proved. So now comparing, we get what, c plus 1 is equal to minus half. So you get values of c is minus 3 by 2. Now when you get the value of c, we got the coefficient of this function. So we get the required function. Now just we have to substitute the value and get the required answer. Okay. Sorry. This raised some happen. Okay. So you got the value of c. Now the required function is, so what you have, required function is f of x is equal to, when you substitute the value you got minus c, when you substitute the value of c here minus 3 by 2, then you got minus half x square minus 5 by 4 x. Now we have to evaluate the value of mod twice time summation f of x running from 1 to 20. We have to evaluate this. So just evaluate, take 2 outside, summation mod. So just simply take mod outside. So when you multiply, let multiply 2. So this will cancel out. So summation of x square, x1 to 20. Here when you multiply by 2, you got 5 by 2. Okay. So summation will turn into, let me clearly write for you, otherwise you got confused here. Let me clearly write for you. Okay. Okay. So just now nothing required more. You just have to do mod. When you do mod, this quantity become x square by 2 plus when multiplying with 2, take 2 outside, and summation, that is x1 to 20 plus 2 into 5 by 4 summation x1 to 20. Okay. So this will cancel out 2 because 2 is constant. This will also cancel out. So summation of x square is x into x plus 1. Here x is natural number. So 2 n into n plus 1, 2n plus 1 by 6 x and 5 by 2 x into x plus 1 by. So just evaluate, put the value of x, and when you put, you got 2870 plus, I've already evaluated this value. So you can do it yourself, 3395. So this is the PYQs that the JEE Mains asked in 2022 shift June. So I hoping that you all are like, have a nice day.